I'm working on two Electro Voice 18-inch speakers out of a giant sub cabinet, and I want to show you quickly some of the problems that can go wrong, particularly with sub cabinets. Sub being the woofer, being the subwoofer. Of course, it hits the lower, or rather the lowest notes, while the rest of the equipment handles mid-range and higher frequencies, so forth. This is you can hear it tearing apart there, or see it. These are intended for long excursions, and over time the material breaks down and starts coming apart. And it's kind of unusual for a heavy, this is called the Spider, by the way. It's kind of unusual for this heavy a material to do that, but here it is. Well, I got it here. I want to show you the voice coil. You can see how it's cooking, how it cooked up here, how it's burned. It should be a nice kind of reddish color like the bottom portion here. Pardon my camera work, but over time it was used so hard and so heavy that it just started cooking the coil. There's wire wrapped around this form here that makes a coil, which interacts with the magnet and moves in and out of a magnetic gap. There's the two wires from each end of this wrap. So anyway, the voltage runs through the wire, and the friction builds up and creates heat inside the voice coil gap, this being the voice coil, and if it gets hot enough it just cooks like that. Worst case scenario, it'll cook like this. In fact, much of it has dissolved and come off of it. Not dissolved, but broken apart and come off of the form. Otherwise, this should have wire from here up to the top, and it should be that nice kind of copper colored, but you can see it's just burned and the form is even falling apart. The other EV18 has a similar problem as the first one I showed you, but much more severe, and you'll see as I push on the cone to make it go forward, it's completely broken away from the Spider. So obviously both of them have to be reconed, which I am about to do. But just wanted to point out a couple of things that can go wrong with speakers, particularly the big ones, the woofers and subwoofers. They do an awful lot of work, and can break down, fall apart like that. Right? Thanks.